Does that mean it's recording? Is that literally all you have to do to press record? To press that button?
Well, Adam has to set it up. You can't just. I don't know. I'll just assume it's all good to go. How you sounding?
Good, I think.
Yeah, you're looking good too.
Thank you, mate.
Nice. Menzingers.
Yeah, are you a fan?
How do you say menzingers or menzingers?
Menzingers.
Yeah.
Menzingers.
What's that, an offshoot of John Menzies?
The Menzingers. It's just a comedy club for men.
Yeah.
Just really quick, like really quick zingers to each other.
It's not very inclusive, is it?
Well, you know,
I read it like Menzies, like
yeah. No, it's Menzingers. It's an incel comedy club.
Okay, right, we'll keep them while I take this off. I'll turn it inside out.
Sponsored by Andrew.
That's not what we're here to talk about, because me and Adele
Hello.
are going to talk about how famous we are. And now I thought I was the biggest deal in this room, because I don't know if you saw the news, but
you are.
I'm headlining Download on Wednesday at Download.
That's pretty big.
Which was pretty good. So that was my big news yesterday, and I was walking around with my swag thinking I was pretty special. And then you've just blown me out of the water today.
Have I really known?
You were on Lorraine.
Well, I wasn't.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't physically on Lorraine.
Your likeness was on Lorraine.
But she was having an interview with two people that I collaborated for a campaign, and my picture was on the screen.
Look, you were about 10 foot tall, looming over Lorraine's shoulder.
Literally, if you watch it, you can see literally Lorraine and me just sort of stare.
Looking amazing, because Adele had her photo taken by a fashion photographer.
Yes, Mariana.
For, what was the campaign?
Trans is Human.
Trans is Human. Amazing.
Yeah. Mm.
For the Trans Day of Visibility next week.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
And we've got an exhibit at
Westfield,
London.
So sick.
So
and you're on all the posters, you're on the digital screens outside?
Yeah, I did. So I got off the tube at Wood Lane and just literally looked to my left, and massive screen, my face on it.
No, that must be so weird. Did you just grab the nearest passerby and be like, look, it's me, it's me.
Person.
I literally just stopped and just started taking pictures, and people had to walk around me. I got some grunts from people.
Yeah, you just got to hang around. I mean, we were out yesterday shooting in this giant cookie outfit, which was really fun. That's another story. Just another day of my life. But just out, everyone was just smiling and giving us thumbs up and stuff. And it's just it's so fun. Just thinking I just made someone momentarily happy for a little bit.
Yeah, questioning if what they saw was actually real. Is that a guy in a cookie?
Yeah, exactly.
Cookie guy or not? But the good thing about today is that we did the exhibit. It was there for a week. I mean, by the time this episode comes out, it would have been finished. But it's going to be all online and stuff, and people can find it. But the bigger thing I was most happy about was opening up Instagram this morning.
Yeah.
And my icon, Sophie Ellis Baxter,
yes,
posted about the campaign first thing this morning with my face on it.
She's on my dream list of people. I've got my list of people I want to work with, and Sophie's always on there. She's amazing.
She's amazing.
So what? Big up, Sophie. You're on Sophie's feed. I think that I think we're a bit level, because I forgot to mention that not only we're headlining Download on the Wednesday because there's nothing else on by default, but we're also on the same stage as the Venga Boys.
Still counts.
And playing with the Venga Boys was not on my bingo card for my life, which is pretty amazing.
Can I just say, he's spoken a lot, hasn't he, in the last 5 minutes?
I mean, you've both had a lot of good things to talk about.
We have, right? And you would think that we talk a lot during the day, and that no. I saw this man at the train station this morning, and he stopped me and he said, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" "Yeah, all right." And then I went to talk to him, and he looked at me and he was like, "Don't talk to me. Save it for the podcast." I'm like, we're never going to have a conversation outside of this room anymore.
It's not. It's obviously, if a conversation is not recorded, it's not worth having. Just in case we say something funny.
You said that about 3 times this morning. I was like, we're on a train platform. It's busy. Let's be
funny.
Normal.
Funny was going to happen.
You're in the zone.
Yeah, I was in. I was locked in the autism zone.
You were
getting ready for work, and I was enjoying. I was listening to a podcast about beavers as well.
You mentioned beavers about
really
3
exciting.
times. I've never heard someone mention beavers 3 times before 8 o'clock in the morning.
I'm fascinated by Castorium.
Yeah, it was quite funny, and I was just like, "Yeah, that's Nick." Yeah, he's in the zone. He's in work mode. He's ready to go and pitch stuff to famous people.
I mean, if you are desperately trying to not talk about headlining Download and the Venga Boys, you've resorted to beavers.
Yeah, beavers.
You've got that in your back pocket.
Oh my God, I know so much about beavers now. We could do a whole podcast about beavers, but we're not going to, because I'm going to do the intro and then we're going to talk about creativity. Adam, you've got a little fly in here.
Oh, yeah, I just noticed that. It nearly flew on my head.
That's one of Adam's new cameras. That's just a little tiny little camera, a little drone. Tiny little drone going around. It's got 8 cameras on its head.
Little spider up on the ceiling there. He's going to get that flying.
Oh, sick. Let's watch it. This is like David Attenborough in action.
Yeah.
Microcosms. Hello! Welcome to Are You Creative Podcast with me, so-called creative expert Nick Kern, and my co-host Adele Barker.
Hi.
Celebrity. Hi! We're going to find out more about creativity in Essex, in and around, from, or born and raised in Essex. I don't know. It's Essex. It's about Essex. It's Essex, isn't it? It's all about Essex.
You have a massive pardon for Essex, don't you?
I love it. I've got 3, they're like swords. The 3 swords on the flag. That's just like me. Yeah, big time. And we got another guest on today. He's called Neil. Hello, Neil.
Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Hello, Neil. Neil, are you from Essex?
I am actually, funnily enough.
Good. I can see it in your eyes. You look good. So were you born and raised Chelmsford?
No, I was born and raised in Braintree and Silver End and then moved to Chelmsford about 6 years ago.
Oh, cool. Silver End's wicked. I love it. So much good Art Deco houses and stuff in there.
I mean,
yeah,
certain parts are cool, I guess.
Good skate park as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk. Okay. Neil, are you creative?
I must be, yeah, if I'm here.
Hooray, he is. I can put that in. Hooray, he's a creative man, but what does he do? Let's find out right now. Okay, so we have got your Essex credentials. That's very good. Now, Adele, we're not going to do a full guessing game today, but I'm going to tell you that Neil is a musician.
Oh, okay.
And Neil is part of a duo. But what sort of duo would Neil be in? Who would he be in a duo with? Or what would he be in a duo with?
What, like a musician duo?
Yeah, who would his partner in his musical journey be?
Well, the way you've sort of brought it up is as if it's some kind of like, it's going to be Simon Garfunkel.
Well, come on, that'd be a trio. If it is with Simon and Garfunkel, it'd be a trio.
That's true.
So, yeah, it's either Simon or Garfunkel.
I did. I made it one person.
Will he be in a band with Simon or Garfunkel?
It was like a substance.
Yeah, exactly. It depends what day it is, doesn't it? Who's taking over the body?
Right, can you ask that question? Who?
Yeah.
What? So Neil, a random person?
No, not a person, a thing. So Neil makes music with someone.
I do.
All right.
Or something, I should say, because there is a heavy metal band called Hatebeak that has a parrot that sings for it.
Right.
So, he is in a duo. It's a difficult question to ask, isn't it?
It's a bloody stupid question to ask.
It is really stupid. It's really stupid.
Do you know what? It's absolutely fun. I don't know. Do you know what? Probably not my A game today. I'm going to just throw a silly one out.
Yeah, go do it.
He is a duo and he uses a theremin.
I thought you said pheromone.
Not a pheromone. No, stop trying to take it back to Beaver's Castorium. We've moved away from the beavers now.
That's a good idea,
yeah, a theremin. Woo. I mean, can you play your partner like a theremin?
No, definitely not.
Oh, do you use a skateboard to make music on?
No. Good idea, though. These are great ideas. I should write these down.
You go percussion, yeah?
Yeah.
Neil, who do you make music with?
So I'm in a band with my granddad.
So it was a person.
Yeah, or a thing. Right? So I want it to be, because a parrot. If he was in a band with a parrot, that wouldn't be a person.
No, listen back and how you've phrased that question.
I think you were just trying to cover all the bases.
Yeah, it could be, it could have been with a donkey.
Because I could, if you said it was a person, I could have guessed some kind of person. Instead, I went down a bloody theremin route.
I'm just trying to ruin your record of good guessing.
You stitched me up.
I'm trying to drag you down to Sangeeta's level of getting it wrong.
Oh, so you're a duo with your granddad?
Yeah. So
how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I am 37.
And how old is your granddad, if you don't mind me asking?
He is 77. Quite young.
That's quite a young granddad, isn't it? Yeah.
He had me.
He had you.
He didn't have you.
No, he didn't.
That'd be a different kind of duo.
Granddad Fritzl? What?
Oh, wow.
He was like 40.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
What, he was 40, 40-year-old granddad?
Yeah, crazy.
Wow, that must have blown his mind being called granddad at 40.
Yeah, it was crazy, isn't it? But obviously it was great because...
Was he still skating?
I mean, I wish he was. That'd be awesome.
He must have been a cool granddad then.
Yeah, he still is. Yeah, he's the coolest person I know.
Wow.
What does he play and what do you play?
So we both play guitar. He plays the acoustic and I play either the lead or also the acoustic or the bass. He sings and I do like the deep bass backing vocal.
Oh, go on. Give us a bit of deep bass.
Am I not doing that already?
No, go deeper.
Even deeper.
Dude, how deep can you go?
Even deeper.
What's your range?
That will do. You have
If
to
you
listen,
go, if you go
listen to
any
it. Go on.
deeper, we're going to have to start charging people
Exactly.
to listen to this.
We want to go full ASMR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
What more?
Oh, yeah, go on. Go deeper.
I'm not sure how much.
Yes, that's amazing. Midnight
That'll do. I
caller.
have to charge it.
I love it. Thank you. How? So your granddad doesn't have that deep voice skill.
No,
He has he's got like mid range and stuff.
Yeah. He's got a great voice, like a really, really good voice. So yeah, we do like 50s and 60s rock and roll covers, and we write our own stuff as well that sounds like the 50s, 60s rock and roll type stuff.
What's it called?
We're just our names, so it's
What's that?
Ken and Neil McDonnell. Had to put him first.
Ken and Neil.
Yeah, he's the rock star.
Ken.
Keneal.
Yeah, Knievel should be called. Knievel McDonald. Evil Knievel
That's the
McDonald.
Simon Garfunkel.
Can I rebrand you? Can I?
Yeah, that's what I do. You know what I mean? I grew up knowing that Jedward is John and Edward, so it's just you put them together. Everything's always has to be amalgamated.
A portmanteau. Is that what that's? Is that
Do you
what it's
remember
called?
that Jedward were never called Jedward originally? They were just called John and Edward.
Really?
They were when they first went on X Factor. They went on there as John and Edward, and they introduced themselves as his name's John and my name's Edward. Together we are John and Edward, as if like that was like an amazing thing to say.
John and Edward.
It wasn't until someone, I think it was Louis Walsh, renamed them Jedward, which is probably the best thing he's ever done in life.
So what I love is that Neil's come here and like you're saying you're kind of like Louis Walsh.
Do not call me Louis Walsh.
Because
I will walk out
That's
this
an
room.
awful.
Yeah, thank you for sticking up for me there, Neil.
Yeah, Louis Walsh was the worst one, wasn't he? Because
Yeah, by far.
Pete Waterman's got a train in his garden, and that's fun. Simon Cowell smokes fags on a jet ski, which is pretty cool, I think.
I'm more Danny Minogue if you're going to go old school.
Oh yeah, Danny Minogue's so awesome as well. But anyway, you were saying like, "Hey, we're Ken and Neil McDonald," and you're like, "No, you're going to be called Evil Knievel McDonald."
You're now Keneal.
Keneal.
Okay, I doubt I'll get him to sign off on that, but okay.
Really? Does he sign off on everything?
He's very particular in a good way.
Sorry, I just imaging you go home and say, "What is this podcast?" And Adele,
we're changing our name
she
now.
said we're changing your name, and I can imagine him just going, "Shut up."
Yeah,
that is not happening.
yeah. Even like
It's Ken and Neil.
even like album artwork, I'll be like blown away by something my friend's designed, and he's like, "No, I don't like that."
Too punky, too cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or when we get the
Not enough Werther's originals on this one.
yeah, no. When we get like the mixes back, he's like, "No, it's not good enough," and I'm just like, I want to release.
Really,
it.
what's he saying? I think you should put your bass through the Dark Glass Ultra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
get more grunt on your bass, mate.
you can make your voice go deeper. Cool.
Get the pitch shifter in.
yeah,
Yeah, come on. You said this was going to be like hardcore industrial.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. So, what does he not like about the mixes? I love this. I love listening to your granddad's at 77 and he's like full gone creative director on your project.
He's just got a very clear idea, and he's really good at it. He's got a really clear idea in his head of how he wants it to come out. And I think I get a little bit like, not starstruck, but when we get the mixes back, I'm like, yeah, it's here. Let's release it so we can listen to it. And he's like, no, hold on, calm down.
Is your granddad Rick Rubin?
I think Rick Rubin wishes he was my granddad.
I love this. I mean, this is quite old school thinking, isn't it? Because now, like, you get your digital mix back and you're like, right, let's just upload it straight away. Your granddad's like, I got to think about the release strategy here.
Yeah, and
it's got to be perfect. The product's got to be perfect.
Yeah, he's never wrong either. Every change we've made, I'm like, okay, yeah, you were right. That sounds so much better now. We've just waited. Legend.
So like you're totally on board with your granddad's feedback and stuff.
Yeah, and even there's some things where I'm like, oh, what about if I do this? And he's like, no, that doesn't sound.
No, too much vermin.
Yeah, not enough beavers, not enough parrot.
Yeah, squeeze the parrot harder.
Yeah. So
have you heard Hate Beak?
No, I did know that there was a band that had a parrot.
Yeah, they were quite good. For a novelty for about 1 minute.
Yeah.
I think they tried to tour. I don't know how that went.
Yeah. I feel like there isn't a better novelty band than Do you know who Oakley Dokley are?
Yeah, they're one of our enemies.
Oh, really?
Well, no, we were always in the same articles as them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've split up now.
Oh, good.
The Ned Flanders
Yeah.
metal band. Don't know if you've seen them. They all dress up as Ned Flanders and do.
Yeah, and they're not.
They call their genre Neddle,
Yeah,
like metal,
and they're not
Neddle.
good.
No, they're not good.
It's just like a gimmick.
Yeah, so you go along, take your photo for Instagram. Say I've seen the Ned Flanders
Yeah.
band. Oh, they're actually just really rubbish.
Yeah. Last time they toured the UK, the tickets were like £60. £60.
Madness.
Just
What, to
watch
see
The
some-
Simpsons.
To watch someone dressed up like Ned
No,
Flanders.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
all dress
exactly.
like him.
I like Mac Sabbath, the McDonnell's Black Sabbath band.
Yeah.
I am frying pan. They're really good. They're actually really good.
Okay, I'll check
Their
them
costume's amazing. They've got a big grimace and Hamburglar, but all like dressed up like metal. Check them out.
What's the band? What's Bat Sabbath?
Bat Sabbath, that's the Cancer Bats
Yes,
Black
thought
Sabbath
so.
cover band. They're very good. Zach Sabbath, Zach Wild's Black Sabbath
Oh, right.
band. You know Zach Wild?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good as well. But I think Bat Sabbath are the best ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, there we go. That's all the Black Sabbath cover bands covered off.
The Black
What about
Sabbath.
Heaven and Hell? They're good as well. I saw them once. That was Black Sabbath, but with Dio singing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, and oh god, that was good.
Okay. I'll check that out
Because
too.
Bill Ward was on drums, and he's one of my drum heroes.
Okay.
They replaced him in Black Sabbath because he was too old.
Oh.
You'd never do that to your granddad, would you?
No, I think I'll be more likely to be replaced than he would.
Do you think he's going to get a great grandson and kick you out of the band and say, "Look, I'm really sorry, Neil, but we wanted to get some fresh energy into this project."
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
You now
get-
need to
You're too
wait.
old fashioned now. Come on.
Yeah, the record company's saying you're getting a bit old.
Yeah. You have to
Yeah.
wait till you're granddad.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you
No.
can take over again.
Hang on, he's going to be like, hang on, Neil. I just checked your birth certificate. You told me you're 28. You're 36.
37.
You're too old for this project. 37.
Yeah.
Oh my
He
God.
keeps saying, "Oh, I just want to do this whilst I've got all my faculties."
Yeah. I was wondering this because you've only been doing this for like a couple of years, haven't you?
We only started recording music about a year ago.
Yeah, that's mad. And you're already on your third album.
So we've got one EP out, one single out, and then we've got another EP coming out. Well, tomorrow, and then another single coming out that we're going to release about a month later. But we've got a catalogue of music that's like, there's like 30, 40 songs. It's only getting bigger.
You're so prolific. I think I was looking at it and I was thinking like, is this like when Johnny Cash went in with Rick Rubin and started just recording that American Songbook?
But it's that old like rock and roll key that like once you know one of their songs, you know them all, you know.
But your granddad, like, does he feel like some sort of mortality, you know, and he's thinking like, I want to get all this stuff laid down now.
Yeah.
You know, like you say, while he's got his faculties, while he can still play guitar, while he's still got his voice.
Yeah. So what he's been playing since he was a kid, and I actually got my first guitar off of him when I was in like primary school, and he so we've both sort of jammed at like Christmas parties or like family gatherings, and then just over a year ago we just had a conversation at my niece's birthday about like wondering why we hadn't done it before.
Yeah. So this is a really like he's invested in this project from quite early on. So he gave you a guitar at 4 or 5. What were you?
No, I was maybe like 10.
Yeah. Did the guitar have a name?
I can't remember. It's some
Was he like, I bestow upon you
white acoustic
the magic
thing.
maker? Yeah. Come back to me in 25 years' time when you have learned the arts.
Yeah, well, I think he was waiting for me to learn bass so that I could then accompany him, because that was all we were going to do, really. It's just him singing, him playing acoustic guitar, and me just providing like a bass line, but it's quickly evolving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't even need to learn that. You could just do it Bobby McFerrin style, couldn't you? Boom, da, ba, boom, da, ba, boom. You know, like
Yeah, I mean, even less than that in that rock and roll key. It's just
Yeah.
E, A, and B. But,
E, A, and B.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite easy. I could probably play that on bass then, could I?
Yeah, I mean,
And he doesn't want any fancy stuff.
no,
Because
he does want the fancy stuff.
Does he? I thought he wanted to be the star.
Yeah, he does, but yeah, he wants the fancy stuff. He likes that walking bass line type. Like he loves
And
it.
you're like, ba-dum, dum, dum, ba-dum,
Yeah, and
ba-dum,
I'm
ba-dum,
like,
ba-dum,
oh,
ba-dum, ba-
just let me do like a Mark Hoppus.
Yeah. Have you done the upright?
I haven't, no, but I would love to get
That sounds
one.
like he wants that.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get a grandson and give him an upright.
Yeah, one he likes more than me.
Yeah, he'll be like, now you're 10. It's time for you to learn the
Yeah.
double bass. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum,
Yeah.
ba-dum.
It would be a great grandson, wouldn't it? I guess.
Great grandson,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's the grandson.
Yeah, great grandson.
Yeah.
Have you got a son?
No, I don't have any children. My sister has kids that I'm desperately trying to get them.
Let's get them on board. Let's get them on board.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's
I'm
like
putting
a
the work in.
franchise.
I
Like a
tried-
family franchise.
Yeah, I tried to get my kid. My kid was going for guitar lessons, and he was good. He's really good at like Rage Against the Machine. He was playing Breaking the Law, Judas Priest and stuff. And then at the end of the lesson, he'd come in with me and we'd jam for 5 minutes. I'd be on the drums because we're at Card Trick. Might as well just play drums while he's having it. It was really fun. And it was so like heartwarming.
Yeah, that's great.
He's just got no interest in it now.
No, fair enough. Maybe it'll come back round.
Jamming, Killing in the Name of with my son was such a
How
vibe.
old? How old is he?
I think he was about 9 or 10 at the time.
Oh, yeah, that
It
would
was
definitely
so
come
good.
back. That would definitely come
Yeah,
back.
and we played Black Sabbath actually as well.
Insane.
Bow, 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 bow. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it,
Great.
I really hope he's back into it. So.
Yeah, he definitely will. We record at Card Trick too.
Yeah. Oh, I heard that rumor.
Yeah.
And then you Photoshop the background out and make it look like a mega epic
no.
Abbey Road sort of studio.
So the picture is actually in his living room.
Oh yeah.
And then, my friend works his magic. My friend Russ.
Yeah. So Card Trick, who'd you record with?
With Adam. So he
previous
does
previous guest of the podcast, Adam Sanders.
yeah, I listened to that the other day.
Absolute
actually.
ledge.
So he does all our drums too.
Really?
Yeah.
You pretty much got the best drummer in Essex.
Yeah, he's so good.
Or if not the country.
So sick. Really good.
I had a drum lesson from him the other day. It was
Oh,
well
really?
good. My first drum lesson in 36 years, I think. It was really good.
How did you get on?
It was good. I mean, I can play the drums, but I wanted him to teach me something else, and he did. And he's an amazing teacher.
Yeah, he's really good. And just the whole process of us recording, he's got a really good knack to offering like advice, but not overstepping the mark. Or
Does your granddad overstep the mark though? Does he start getting his hands on all the dials and stuff? Be like, I'll show you. Move out. Just get out of the way. I'm going to show you how to record this. I know what I want.
yeah, or he's like, oh, can you make this sound like this? And he'll just sort of wave his hands. He's like, make the drums sound like this, but not like this.
It's like interpretive. It's like so I don't understand granddad's sign language.
This,
What's he want the drums? What's that like? More jazzy, more splashy, more brushes.
Luckily, Adam seems to know exactly what he means. So.
And he does it, and he's like, that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
Now Neil's level's a little bit too high. Move Neil's level down. Yeah, lower.
He's actually telling me, keeps saying that he wants the bass louder, but I'm like, not that good.
Would you feel a bit exposed? I thought you were a good guitarist.
Yeah, it's not all about the bass though, is it?
Well, some bands are, like Primus.
Yeah. No, I think he just likes to hear more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he said, like, can we do like reverse slap bass solo, like in Paul Simon's Call Me Out?
I'm definitely not doing that.
I love it though. He's going to start. You're on your third EP now, and he's going to start getting more and more into production trickery. Is he?
Yeah. Well, no, it's definitely evolving. Like our first EP, it's literally just acoustic guitar, bass, drums, and there's all harmonies and like keys and me playing the lead parts. It's it's definitely evolving. It's great.
Does he? Sorry, Adele, I've hardly talked. Have you? I was just chatting.
No, I'm listening.
You enjoyed it. That's all right. Good. Yeah.
It's a podcast.
I know. We're
A lot of the point of a podcast is you listen to what people are saying. There's no point me interjecting when you guys are talking.
I was just worried about us just getting too nerdy about music.
Oh, you're getting proper nerdy about music.
Wait a second.
When I used to do a radio show, sorry to go off tangent. When I used to do a radio show, I used to do it by myself, and it could be really lonely when you're doing it by yourself and have to record stuff. So I pretended I had a producer.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
What's your producer called? What do you do? A different voice?
No, I know. I used to just shout at them off mic. So I would be like talking like
Bring
this.
me my grapes.
So I'd be like, and up next, sorry, what was it? And then I'd move back from the mic, and I'd be like, why have you done that? Like, why have you set me up? You've set me up now. Now I look stupid on air. Anyway, and then I would just do things like that because I was on my own, and it sends you crazy. So every time I look at Ad and I start talking to him, I just picture in my head, is he actually there?
There is no Adam.
There
is no Adam. Well, you just kept talking about empty seat during the Eerie Essex episode.
It's just so weird.
So strange.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Sorry for the tangent then.
Adam died 6 years ago. It's really, I don't know why you keep bringing it
Where
up.
are we? What are we doing? What is happening right now?
All right, look, I've got to go back into your granddad's mind palace, right? Because I love it. He's giving production notes. He's got ideas.
Can you get permission to go in someone's mind palace first?
I knocked. It's not like a vampire. You don't have to be invited in.
No, I just felt a bit like you didn't even ask him, did you? You want to get into his
That's
mind
fine.
palace.
Can confirm he's not a vampire. So
Yeah, I was like, all right, Ken. All right, Ken, can I come in? And he's like, yeah, all right, just come in, mate. Yeah, don't let Neil in though. In your does he like send you messages? Does he WhatsApp?
Yeah, he does. He WhatsApps,
so
yeah.
you WhatsApp at 1 a.m. Neil, I've had a sick idea. Like, we need to get some harmonica. Like, lay down the bass track with a harmonica and stuff like that.
It's as if you've like read my phone, because I got a message saying I couldn't sleep the other day and I just had this idea for this song and I just had to get it down. And yeah, I like woke up to it in the morning and I'm like,
oh, what? He's done a voice note for a song?
No. So he's just messaged me some like lyrics and he's like got an idea and
Police, crazy motherfucker called Ken from a gang.
okay, I'm going to tell him that. No, that's fine. That's going to be our next cover.
Yeah, that's the next.
That is a. You keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
And we'll give you some royalties.
Nice. Ken's with an attitude.
Yeah, with a Z at the end.
Yeah. So what's he say? He says, "Oh, like, yeah, here's a voice note for a song. What we could do with this, let's get a little bit more harmonica on the left. Keep the bass.
Yeah, a bit parrot on the right.
Bit parrot.
Yeah."
And I'll just gonna clack a few wervers together like castanets in the middle.
I've actually never seen my granddaddy at a Werther's original.
No, mate, it's too
I'm
cool.
gonna nip that in the bud. I think he's gonna get annoyed by that.
I think you'll only eat a wervers when you've given up on life. That's like will you accept this wervers?
Yeah.
love
Yes, I've given up
Still
on life.
have my faculties.
You're okay though. I think it's once you've retired. That's when if you have a wervers, you've given up on life.
You say sometimes, like, what do you mean?
It's true. I work in advertising. It's true.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You got to build myths around these
Do you know
products.
what? Yeah, I take that back.
It's like, do you
It's your
accept?
mind.
Do you take the mantle of full relaxation, and you don't want to achieve anything else in your life? Yes. Present your tongue to me. Here is your wervers, my son. Thank you. Okay, and now you can just watch daytime TV. Oh, just watch daytime TV. Countdown.
It's like
Doesn't
a
matter.
Werther's for your faculties.
Exactly. So, would you ever do a picture disc Werther's original vinyl?
Because he won't let it go, will he? You won't let it go.
I'm gonna say no because I feel like you deserve all of this.
Okay, I'll do that. We did actually. I was in a hip hop band in my 20s, and we had a song called Werther's Original Gangster, and it was about it was about being in a hip hop band when we were OAPs.
That's giving like Weird Al vibes.
Yeah, it was. It was really fun. Yeah, it's like, you're done with OAP. Yeah, you know me. It's a bit like Goldie Looking Chain. Actually, it's really good.
Yeah.
It was a fun song.
Nice, good idea.
Yeah, Werther's Original Gangster. What other crazy ideas has he got? What musicians does he want to bring in? Does he like, let's collaborate with someone. Let's get a little bit of scratch DJ on this one.
No, he just wants some keyboards every so often. And
What, like Rhodes?
Just some like tinkering. Like the next EP we've got coming out, we're doing House of the Rising Sun.
Oh, yeah.
By the Animals.
Nice.
So like their bap organ.
Yeah.
He wants that on it.
Oh, mate, I bet Adam's going to do such wicked drums on that. I love the drums.
Yeah, so that's all done. We've got that. We've got the mix back, so that'll be coming out tomorrow.
That's quite a deep voice on that one. Are you doing lead?
No. He's sort of whispering it, and I've like changed the bass, or should I say Adam's changed the bass, and like make it real fuzzy in the background.
So it's gone a bit like Johnny Cash project.
Yeah, that one has, yeah.
Nice up and close to the mic, crackly voice.
Yes. Sorry, I thought you meant me then.
No, you can do it as well.
Okay. And then we also did I Fought the Law.
Oh, yeah.
But we did the Bobby Fuller 4 version.
Yeah.
But then I did the solo from the Clash version.
Was that his idea?
And that was my idea.
Oh, man. And Ken signed it off.
Yeah, I know.
Sick.
Yeah. So he's singing and I'm just doing the backing vocals to that.
I love it. I want to go home and listen to all this stuff now again.
Yeah.
I did listen to it when it came out and I've just forgotten about it.
A lot of it's like Eddie Cochran.
Sorry, that sounded really rude. I didn't mean it was forgettable.
I don't really listen to it, a lot of it. But yeah, a lot of it's like Eddie Cochran. We both like that.
Yeah.
Both really like.
Are you both like your tastes and his taste? They just merge really well together.
Yeah. So I really like the 70s British punk music.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I heard Sid Vicious's version of some Eddie Cochran songs and not realising they were covers.
Yeah.
And then found out who Eddie Cochran was, started listening to him and then having conversations with my granddad and he was like, yeah, I love Eddie Cochran. And so yeah, there's another song coming out on the next EP called Summertime Blues.
I love that one.
And that's got like a deep like bass, like second, like in and out. backing vocals. So I do that.
What do you and your granddad think about music today? Mainstream music, sorry.
Well, it's, I guess the same as he probably thought about music back then. There's good stuff and there's rubbish stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can swear.
So yeah, of course you can swear.
Yeah, some good stuff and some ish stuff.
Is your granddad going to say, let's do a Bring Me the Horizon cover?
No, but I did play Time of Your Life, or Good Riddance by Green Day, and he was like, okay, I like the sound of that.
Really? Yeah, we could rock and roll this.
Yeah. So and there's some songs where he's like, yeah, all right, okay.
Now, I should explain to our listeners here that Neil's a bit of a punk, and he's got like hand tattoos and neck tattoos, and you got a punk t-shirt on and stuff.
Oh,
so
it's not quite. It's more collarbone, I think.
Huh?
It's not really a job stopper. If I got a shirt.
It's not. Yeah. Okay. Well, I could see it poking over there. So, looking pretty punk, mate.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're pretty punk too.
Pretty punk.
I'm a pretty punk. That's different.
There's nothing punk about me, don't you worry. So
this is what is surprising that you're in the band with your granddad playing all these rock and roll classics and stuff, because
the fact that it looks like the front man.
He's the front man, yeah, because it looks like you're going to be in like some sort of like Blink-182 like crazy band, like jumping around, going up and putting your legs behind, doing little funny split jumps and stuff, like punk guitarists like doing.
Yeah, I always said like, I'd love to be in a punk band, and I'm like, what is more punk than being in a rock and roll band with your granddad?
Exactly. Did you used to be in punk bands?
I've been in a couple of bands that never really took off, mainly like other members leaving and me being asked to ask if I want to join.
Yeah.
Then I think by the time I join, everyone sort of lost interest, or it's just
This is what happens with
down.
Never join a band when someone's left, unless they're like already massive, like Metallica, and they're going to give you £1 million to join.
Yeah.
Everyone else says, do you want to join our dying band?
Yeah.
No, you're right, mate.
And looking back on it now, I was just a bit naive, I guess. But yeah, looking back on it now, I'm like, I should have just said no. But instead I was like, oh my God, this is going to be insane. I'm going to do loads of touring. But yeah.
And it didn't.
No, nothing.
And then Ken was like, come to me.
Yeah.
Have you
Actually, he didn't actually say that. He said, do you know anyone that can play bass? And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, you asked your grandson.
Was that like
and he was like, oh yeah, sorry mate. Sorry.
This is like a loaded question, isn't it? I love it. It's like, is it a backhanded compliment? Oh, Neil, do you know anyone that can play bass?
Yeah.
Not you. Hashtag not you.
Yeah, I know. I love it. He was like, oh yeah, I forgot.
What, he forgot? Oh, I forgot I got you that guitar, that white guitar, like 25 years ago.
Exactly.
You've been practicing
Every single day
relentlessly
waiting
on.
for this moment.
Exactly.
yes, that's true.
Did he start have you got like a WhatsApp and it's called like the band or something like that?
I mean, it's just the two of us, so it's just a normal conversation.
Really? I've got WhatsApp groups with two people that have got a name.
Have you?
Yeah.
No, that's their name.
No, it's
Yeah.
like cool stuff. It's like the Dudatrons and stuff like that.
No, I think that would just confuse him. He's not very good with tech.
Yeah, I haven't really got one called the Dudatrons, but
I love how you quickly you said it out loud.
just in case people start
That's
thinking I
putting
am.
it out.
He put it out and then he quickly clawed that back because he was like, I'm not having that out there.
If either of you want to join a group called the Dudatrons, so I'm here for
absolutely-
it.
I thought that's only meant to be for two people. Though,
Yeah,
right?
no. I'm the first one to respond gets to be in it, and I'm going to put the robot emoji after it, and then probably the fire emoji.
I don't want to be part of that group chat.
We can do one.
Yeah, we'll have our own one where we're just call each other
called
by
Not
our
Nick.
names.
What?
It would just say Neil, and then it would just say Adele. That's it.
Yeah.
No. Ken has got the copyright on Neil and
Oh,
or
yeah.
any arrangement of the and Neil.
Whenever
Ken has
Neil-
got copyrighted.
the adjacent has to go somewhere. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. What would Ken say? Does Ken ever get heavy?
What? As in, like,
If a promoter was going to rip you off or something.
no. He's I think I'd take after him in that respect. Yeah,
Very gentle.
yeah, gentle, emotional man, which I love.
Yeah. I thought you hit people with like hockey sticks and stuff.
I mean, I don't hit them with the stick. I hit the puck with the stick.
Do you not?
You've just given up another part of.
Sorry, handbrake turn. Here's another facet of Neil. Neil plays for Jay from the In-Betweeners' favourite ice hockey
No,
team,
I don't play for them.
the Chelmsford Reapers.
Oh yeah, good save.
Oh, well done. I saw you. So not the Chieftains.
No,
I almost said it. Yeah, it's the Reapers. But don't you end up like bashing it, just taking the jerseys over people's heads and punching them and stuff?
Less so in the amateur.
Your ice hockey knowledge seems to be from 90s American movies.
No, it still happens.
No, it still happens.
Chelmsford Chieftains often end up. I see it on the internet when it's like the best hockey fights and stuff.
Do they still have fights?
Yeah.
They still allow that?
But in the
What a world,
in
eh?
the amateur like teams or the rec teams as we call it, no, that doesn't really happen.
So basically, you've got no fighting prowess. Like if the promoter rips you off, Ken's not going to go in there get heavy. You're not going to get in there.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah,
You can turn up with your pads on.
yeah, and my stick, I guess.
You see, that would look quite intimidating.
I don't know. I could probably make it look a lot less.
Reapers, the Reapers. That sounds really badass as well.
Yeah.
Reapers.
Until
The
it's
Lakers
me
game.
wearing it, you know.
Who's the baddest person ever to wear a hockey mask? Name it.
Jason.
No. Casey Jones from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Good
So
one.
cool.
Nice.
What other one? Who else could have chosen? The Warriors.
No, it's always going to be Casey Jones. That's the answer.
So we could say Casey Jones could beat Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th 1 through to X.
Yeah. Because they're all played by different people. So we'll work something
There's a
out.
queue of them waiting.
There's a queue, yeah. Casey Jones is badass, man.
Yeah.
Did you know, I love movies, right? So a little fact. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, live action when it came out in the 1990s,
Yeah.
was one of the biggest grossing independent movies of all time.
Oh wow.
For
Incredible.
A while before, like, I don't know, maybe Blair Witch Project or something like that. Because it wasn't a big studio. Like, we're so used to like films being big studio films like Marvel now, right?
Yeah.
This wasn't. They couldn't do it, so they had to go independent.
Yeah. The suits look pretty cheap, but
When you look it back now,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
see it. Like, you can see people's faces and their mouths in between. Like, but for its time, I mean, when I grew up,
Strings
right,
at the top.
yeah, it sounds like Slay Dougie.
we're similar age now. Right? When we watched it as kids, we loved it.
Do you remember when it was Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles?
Only in the UK.
Yeah, I had
always
a
terrible,
little leg
wasn't it?
cup. I had a little leg cup. I actually went to Card Trick the last time I was there. I can't remember when that was. And Adam's got a little like arcade game, and it says Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
What the amazing thing was, they didn't even really try and match the font. It was like someone had just been on MS Paint and scribbled out Ninja and written Hero over the top.
It was just,
Yeah.
it literally was a UK thing because they thought we can't have ninja. That's too violent.
Yeah.
So they had to turn it into hero.
Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think if you watch it now, because I think it's on Netflix or something, it's on one of the things. I think it is just Ninja Turtles. Yeah. Just
Not to me. It will always be Hero to me.
because they are
wait,
heroes.
really?
Yeah,
They are.
Heroes
Wait,
in
did
a
you not
half
think?
shell.
What would Ken think about the lyrics though? Because if you say Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, heroes in a half shell,
yeah.
it's like it's a bit repetitive.
Turtle power.
Otherwise, you'd say ninjas in a half shell.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
You would.
exactly.
Maybe they're both. They're hero ninjas.
Have you ever thought about doing a cover like that, like with Ken just saying, "Like, come on, Ken, let's
think
just
that
bust
would
this
be-
out.
that's
Let's do the
the-
Pokemon theme."
That would be the last ever collaboration we did. If you're like, yeah, I don't need you anymore, Neil. Don't worry.
It's like you've run out of ideas, Neil. You've gone too far.
Yeah,
Just tell him it's a rock and roll classic.
there's no pulling the wool over that man's eyes.
Has he? Have you played in Richard Cheese or anything like that?
I don't know who that is. So no.
Richard Cheese is like the lounge singer in Vegas, but he does all the metal songs.
Oh, insane.
It's brilliant. He's really good. I think he might be in the Batman Lego movie, but it's uncredited.
Oh.
When having the have you watched that film? It's the best Batman film,
Here's a good film.
The best Batman film is the Lego one.
Lego Batman. Yeah, and,
That's a very divisive thing you've just said there.
Will Arnett is the best Batman. Fight me.
Oh my god, you're gonna put that down on audio.
It is. Yeah, Will Arnett is the best Batman.
Okay, I've no skin in this game.
Really? What? You're so conflict averse.
No, I guess I'm just not really.
Well, the question is though, who's the best Batman and who's the best Bruce Wayne? Because there are two different answers.
Will Arnett and Will Arnett.
No, the best Bruce Wayne is George Clooney. He's the best Bruce Wayne, and the best Batman. You're gonna hate me when I say this. Is Robert Pattinson.
Who's the?
Oh, I love that. Because
the
emo
emos.
Batman
Yeah, got
and
repping the
oh
fellow
my
emo.
god. I got-
With Keaton just behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about that one? Because that, that's quite interesting. Because it's like recorded, like you're talking about Ken, right? Really close to the mic. Apparently, Kurt Cobain recorded that lying on a sofa with the mic about a millimeter from his mouth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just to get that really close, like
Yeah.
emo sound,
Nice.
like Ken likes.
Yeah. Well, he likes it when I do it anyway.
Yeah. Great.
The more you say Ken, the more you say Ken, the more I'm hearing it. I'm getting the song I'm Just Ken in my head playing.
Oh,
And I'm building up to just sing it.
Maybe you could do that.
If you
From the Barbie
if you need,
movie.
like an image, he doesn't look like that.
What, you mean your granddad does not look like Ryan Gosling?
No, but he looks even better. And he looks like
He's shredded.
He looks like if Paul McCartney was an Italian mafia gangster. Whatever image you've got in your head, I can guarantee that's exactly what he looks like.
Do you know what? That's a really, really good. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's exactly
Paul
what
McCartney, the Italian mafia boss.
If you merge them together.
Does he wear a jacket just over his shoulders and shake hands with people a lot?
No, he wears a lot of fleece.
Does he? Oh, that's amazing. That's exactly what you'll get this because you're getting to your 40s. One day you just submit to the fleece life.
Yeah,
and you'll never go back.
I'm ready for it.
Fleece life.
Fleece life. I've embraced the fleece life. I love it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe it's like a rite of passage.
It's the most comfortable disco song possible. Yeah. Fleece life. You could do a disco album as well.
He'll give me like a fleece like when I turn 40. Like
Yeah.
he gave me a guitar.
Oh, yeah. The rite of
It was
passage.
already written. Yeah.
Just like, golden fleece.
Golden fleece. Can you imagine?
Was that a paid ad then?
Welcome to Fleece Club. The number one rule of Fleece Club is. Have you ever done a gig?
No, he doesn't want to.
Why not?
He's where, so like, as I've already mentioned, where he's like quite particular. Even when we first showed up to the studio, he said to Adam, like, oh, I can't really sing and I can't play guitar and I can't do this. And I had to sort of stop him and say, like, stop. You've been like
Ken,
singing.
you're a legend, mate.
Yeah, playing guitar for like
He was like, I'm
60
just
years.
Ken. I can't sing. Sorry.
So no,
I knew it was coming. It was coming. I'm sorry.
You just got to let your Ken out.
Got to let the Ken out. You got to let the Ken out.
yeah, anything other than like playing in front of family, he's just not interested.
But that's a VIP gig, right? So do you bust it out in front of the family at Christmas? and stuff?
Yeah.
That's so good.
But even that took some talk.
How long's a gig at Christmas?
Oh, like, I mean, it's
Do the family start drifting off? They get a bit bored.
No, he's like, let's get this over and done with as quickly as possible. As soon as we finish one
just
song.
one verse, and one chorus, and we'll move
Surely
on.
your family are your biggest critics, right?
Yeah, he actually said like, oh, what about if they boo? And I was like, it's your daughter and great granddaughters. Come on, man.
And it's like this is like the audition because I've got the great grandkids here and they might want to join the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got my youngest niece a ukulele and my eldest niece a guitar, but I think it's still going to take a bit more coaxing from me yet.
Yeah, it takes a little while. I think with kids, you can't force them into doing
I don't
music.
want to.
You've got to have an instrument there,
Yeah,
and they've got to pick it up of their own accord.
yeah.
A bit like in Shogun Assassin, choose the ball, choose the sword. You know that?
No.
Okay, I'm going to cut that bit out. But
Please don't. Leave it in.
They copied the scene shot for shot in The Mandalorian when Grogu was picking between the chainmail fleece and the
Never seen it.
I did watch the Mandalorian.
Yeah, so it was Shogun Assassin. It's in all the Wu-Tang albums.
All right, cool.
Yeah, in Liquid Swords and stuff.
Oh.
Anyway, there you go. God, what was I talking about?
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, your list and Wu-Tang Clan.
My list. My list.
of questions. Apparently.
No. We're talking about the gigs, right? So yeah, your great grandchildren. Are they invited to jam, or is Ken like, no, you got practice before you
Yeah,
can come up
no,
here?
I mean they can't play the guitar yet, so we'll,
They can't play. Yeah, but they can just twang along.
yeah,
Get some maracas or something.
Yeah, and whenever I go around my sister's house or they come to mine, we do like bust them out every so often. But,
Do you and Ken do signings after the gig? Have you got a merch stall?
Just me asking for his signature.
Have you got merch? Have you got merch? Because all the family at Christmas opening their things like, oh, it's a Ken and Neil
You
t-shirt.
say that, but we are having merch made.
Nice.
Yeah.
Christmas tour 2023, 2024, 2025.
Yeah. The living room.
That day, yeah,
Living room, the family living room. Yeah.
yeah,
You weren't there, man. It was amazing.
yeah. I know. That's a good idea, actually.
should
I was
do.
just going to have the logo from our single "Lookout Boys," but
Tour dates.
that actually sounds really good. I'm going to do that.
And can you put Ken's signature on the back, like someone's been to the gig and he's signed their
Yes.
back?
Oh my god, yes. This is all great. You should do this for a job, Nick.
Oh, shit. Do you need a manager? I mean, I hear Ken's quite hard work, but I'm willing to take the gig on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you think Ken would be up for coming and playing a guest spot on stage at Download?
No.
Just like a cameo.
I saw Bring Me the Horizon once. Sorry, it's the second time I mentioned it. But Ollie got his dad on. His dad sung a song. with him.
Yeah.
That was good fun.
Yeah, and Ollie like got on his shoulders.
Yeah, that was at Sonisphere many moons ago.
Many years ago.
What's Ken's background? Has he? Did he used to be in bands and did he play a lot of gigs? And stuff?
No. I think he just really got into music when he was young, like a teen, maybe even earlier, and has been playing guitar since then. Cool. And then I think he just got himself a new one years ago, and then gave me his hand-me-down.
So he's just, like literally he's just been playing for himself the whole time. He's never ever done a gig or anything or been in a band.
So he did stand up and do a song. There's a picture of it on our band Instagram at Butlins in like the 60s, and we stood up, and someone's got a really good picture.
Oh no!
of it.
What happened? What happened at the Butlins at 60s? Let's unpack this. What happened to put him off ever getting on stage again?
I think he's just nervous. But
Really?
The funny fact about that, I found the picture around his house, stole it. I stole it. I framed it and then gave it to him for Father's Day, and he was like, "This is already mine."
And also, I'm not your father. I'm your grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, he's a role model to me.
Yeah.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
And I bet Butlins in the 60s, different vibe, different era, different sort of what it would be now.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Like Judgment and
Butlins
stuff.
now is Stephen Mulhern, right?
Yeah.
That's what Butlins is now.
I've actually humped Stephen Mulhern's leg.
Do you know what? I
Dressed
know
as a-
you have.
Dressed as a dog. So just on a bit of a tangent, I went on Britain's Got Talent, and Stephen Mulhern was interviewing us afterwards, and I was dressed as a dog, and he was being a bit provocative. So we sort of decided to attack him verbally, and
He's due a humping, he is.
and then I humped his leg, and then I kind of regretted it afterwards.
Did you feel dirty?
I felt like I definitely overstepped a boundary. I leapt over that boundary.
You definitely did something to him, because I've seen the photo of him and he looks terrified.
He's haunted. I mean, he has got a haunted face anyway. It's like an inch of foundation put over a husk.
You said he was like a walking Thunderbird or something.
Yeah, he was. It's a bit weird.
description.
Yeah, a bit weird. Deck was as well. Like Deck was like, I picked him up. I don't think you're supposed to pick him up, but I came off stage and I was really excited, and I picked Deck up, and it was like picking a bird up. It was like you could feel how fragile his bones were and how, just how light
This
he
never
was.
got aired, did it?
No, I think we were on for about 2 seconds, and then I think it might have been because we were really rude to Stephen Mulhern that they were like, he was like, cancel those, bury those guys.
Yeah.
Because 2 weeks later on Britain's Got Talent, they kind of did an act that was quite similar to our act.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then
Did they hump Stephen Mulhern?
No, but then they removed their heads, and it was like, ha ha ha! It was Anton Deck and Stephen Mulhern. Ha ha ha!
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the. But they use footage of you guys.
We were on there. No, we were on there. We were on it for about a second, but it's okay.
What a weird.
It was a fun day anyway. So yeah, there you go. I humped Stephen Mulhern's leg.
So
you heard that here first.
Butlins in the 60s though, would have been a completely different era. Right?
Yeah.
So him getting up to do it, people, I think maybe it is more scary.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
People are watching, they're like, this person's on stage. This person is the entertainment, because there's nothing else for them to do.
No, and I think there probably would have been a lot more judgment back then. I think people would probably.
You're trying to tell me that people back then didn't judge?
No, the more judgmental.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, right, yeah.
The boos were really cutting then.
Yeah,
it was like,
that's probably where that's.
Get him off stage. What Butlins was it? Clacton.
I don't know actually.
There was never a Butlins.
Yeah, there was, and it had a giant. You had to walk through the giant's legs to get in there. It was well good. And a
that
swimming
true?
pool. Yeah. Adam, you're nodding, aren't you? They had a swimming pool with like a glass window that you could look into it from the outside.
I remember.
I mean, underwater. I mean, most swimming pools you can look in from outside, but this one had like underwater window.
I remember Magic City.
This was Butlins. It had a giant. It was quite famous. It was on postcards and stuff. There's a giant that you could walk between its legs to get into Butlins.
I used to stay in a caravan site called the Shangri-La.
Oh yeah, Shangri-La, beautiful. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
I was a little kid, used to go into the amusements, just put coins in and walk off, not actually play the game.
And just think, if you'd been there in the 60s, you could have seen Ken do his one performance of his whole life.
Yeah, that was it. One and done. It's illustrious.
One and done. Yeah, it's like
mysterious.
Do you know? He's like, he's never going to top this.
Yeah, I'll wait for my grand
Sold out.
born first.
Yeah, sold out bank holiday weekend. Butlins, Clacton. It's not going to get any better, this guys.
Bank holiday weekend.
Yeah, Bank Holiday. We've got a headline. We're headlining Bank Holiday.
It's like when the Chelmsford Spectacular used to always be on. It was always Bank Holiday weekend. It was 70s night.
Was that the one? That was the one to get, was it?
Yeah, the 70s and 80s night. What it was. No, it wouldn't have done 80s night. It was the 90s. That's too early. So it was always 60s and 70s. I'll sort of take that. Spectacular ones.
Nice.
That's pretty good. That's cool.
That is
What, full power take that or just or cut down?
Yeah.
Post Williams.
This was with Williams and
With
everything.
Williams.
This was like 94. So they
That's
were
incredible.
at the pinnacle of their power.
Yeah.
Highlands Park. I remember that. It was massive.
Oh, wow.
It was massive.
Still giving it full energy for Could It Be Magic?
Yeah, I think they were on their second album. So they did Pray
Oh, yeah.
and Everything Changes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could be good ones.
They were great ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pray would be a nice one. Yeah, have you ever thought about that? You know, just ditch the guitars, go full boy band. Guess, go Jedward.
Yeah, no,
Full
not
circle.
Jedward. But
Not
boy band, that'd be good.
You could do, what about, you could do the Eurovision Song Contest. How about that? That'd be like quite a heartwarming story, wouldn't it?
We'd get like the not sympathy vote, but you know.
If you got
Tucking
some of
on
your
people's-
originals, just put some Esperanto in it.
Well, if he looks like a mafia boss, go do it for Italy.
Yeah, well, he'll get the
Yeah.
Italian vote, as well.
He would as well. He would.
Is he like a cultural chameleon? Do you think he's the sort of guy, if you went out for Eurovision, every country would think, oh, that guy's from our country?
No, it's just pure
Just
Italian,
pure
mafia
Sicilian.
vibes.
Or do what Pitbull did. You know, big singer Pitbull.
Yeah.
Go do a song for San Marino. Just because you think it's going to be
yeah.
massive and then get no points and then get the ump.
Did he get nil point?
Well, he didn't get Neil Poir, but he didn't do very well, and he was really like, "Why have we not done well?"
I know,
They not-
I'm Pitbull.
I'm Pitbull.
Mother effers.
I
Yeah.
rhymed Kodak with the word Kodak.
Yeah, 16 times.
That's amazing.
Did you hear that apparently a load of people tried to like boycott him? He did like a thing where he said he would go to whatever Walmart sold the most copies of his album. So everyone went onto the Walmart's website and bought it to be collected from the Alaska branch.
Oh, amazing.
So that he had to go and play in Alaska.
Yeah?
Did he go though?
He did, yeah. He didn't look too happy about it either.
All right, well, you know, he's all right. He's got a Pitbull head shaver. He's going to be
Yeah.
all right, you know. He doesn't need the music anyway. He'll just turn up. I'd like to go to Alaska.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of beavers.
Yeah, and you do love beavers. Wait, are there though?
No.
I was going to say.
No, in Canada there were. I don't know. I think they killed a lot of them to squeeze their glands for castoreum.
Is that stuff you've learned today?
No, I knew about castoreum before, but I learned more about it. I'm not going to go on about it now. It's going to take too long. Too many beaver facts.
That's fine.
But Justin Bieber, you know, Bieber is the word for beaver, isn't it, in German?
Is it?
So I guess Justin Bieber from Canada is actually Justin Beaver, which is no. I'm not even going to go there.
That sounds like an out of touch parent who doesn't know his name.
Yeah. Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber again.
Anyway,
Kids and their beavers.
yeah. The last thing I wanted. Do you mind if I get a little bit morbid?
Okay. Yeah, do it.
That's right. Because I was thinking about, you know, making music with your granddad and your granddad's sort of like passion to get things recorded and do things.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think when people get a bit older, they're really aware of their mortality. You know, I saw thinking about David Hockney saying, like, as soon as he realised he was the artist, and as soon as he realised about his mortality, he became so prolific. He's like, I've got to make as much art as I can before I die. And I was thinking about these brilliant things like the Johnny Cash project as well with Rick Rubin, when he was like, I've got to record, I want to leave more music. And also Buena Vista Social Club. You know, when you look at all that amazing music they recorded, do you know Buena Vista Social Club?
Sorry.
Abraham Ferrara and stuff?
No.
No, a little bit too cultural, but you know, there was an amazing documentary about this Cuban music club that had never been recorded or documented, and they recorded them, and then, you know, quite, you know, very soon afterwards, sort of people started dying, and it would never be together.
Yeah.
Sorry, it sounds like I'm saying your granddad's going to die soon. He isn't. Ken is full of spunk and energy and music, but
Yeah, he is.
is he driven by this thing, like, you know, like,
Yeah. So
I want to leave a record. I want to leave these things. I want to create memories.
yeah, he's very keen to just. I guess he's probably been wanting to do it for a while and just hasn't ever felt like he could, and has just needed like me behind him to say, drive it and let's do it. Albeit he has definitely been the driving force behind this. But
what was it? What was his inciting incident? What suddenly made him be like, I'm going to do this?
So he went round one of his friends that had some very basic recording, like a piece of recording software on their laptop, and recorded him. But it was obviously super basic and just didn't sound very good.
Yeah.
So he said like, oh, maybe you and me could do this together and we could go to a proper studio. He's like, I really want to get some stuff recorded whilst I'm still able to play guitar and whilst I'm still able to sing. And that's just like opened.
So cool.
It's just opened the floodgates. Like we had like 5 songs that we thought 5-6 songs that we thought we could start with. And as I said to you earlier, we've got like at least like 40 songs just ready. We'll just keep churning them out. But yeah, he's definitely aware of it, and he just wants to be able to do it whilst he can.
Yeah.
And you know, for me, it's great to even just going around his house on like a Saturday morning and just that collaborative experience between the two of us.
Is that what you do like every Saturday morning?
Most Saturdays I'll go around there and I'll come on with an idea, or he'll come on and we'll completely break a song down and then just build it up the way that we want to do it.
And did you have such a close relationship when throughout your whole life anyway?
Yeah.
And do you think like this has even strengthened it and you're even better mates now?
Definitely. Yeah, no. He's always been like a role model and a father figure. I actually changed my surname from I changed my surname to my granddad's name.
No
when
way.
My parents were.
Out of respect.
Yeah.
It's because he's a mafia boss.
Yeah. Yeah. So
The things he's done for you.
yeah. So it's been great. I love it.
Awesome, man. It's so heartwarming.
Thanks.
I think it's so cool. It's a bit sad actually. Tomorrow I'm going to the funeral for Jack Holmes, who was like he was a previous guest on the podcast.
Oh.
He's an amazing guy, my neighbour, who'd done all this amazing photography things, science in his life and things. And just felt like really great, like to actually be able to interview him and make a record of what he'd done in his life. And it did get me thinking, I wish I'd been able to record a chat with my granddad about D-Day. He was on the D-Day landings, things like that, to manage to capture all of those stories.
Yeah.
And just back then, it just didn't, I was a child. What would I have done? Done on my Fisher Price tape recorder. I wouldn't even thought of doing it. And now it's just so good that you can leave this digital record, capture all these things. And I'm sure like in 30 years time, you're going to go back and listen to these songs and go, that was the best time.
Definitely. Yeah. I do already. We were like putting a song together the other week, and he was saying that there's one of the lines in the song, I didn't know what it was. He said Watusi. And I was like, what's that? And he was like, oh, it's a dance. You never heard of the Watusi? And he like put his guitar down and he was like jumping around saying, this is what it is. You lean back and do this. And I was just like cracking up. Like, I'm just in this room, just the two of us, whilst he's dancing in front of me.
That's really good.
Yeah.
It's really special, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it's
something
great.
special that you can look back on.
Yeah.
It feels like a little montage, doesn't it, from like a film or something. You never heard of the Watusi, and then get up and start dancing, and then Neil starts dancing. Next thing you know, they're both jumping around on a giant piano, playing music.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. I was just sat on his footstool whilst he's literally just bounding around in front of me.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He sounds so sprightly. I can't believe he's 77.
Yeah.
Did you say 77?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And he's still dancing the Watusi.
Yeah. There's not much to it, to be honest. But
I think me and Adele need to learn the Watusi now. We're going to
I'll
do a
get
little
him to show
video.
you.
Just do it.
Yeah, we could.
I'm up for that.
Have you got any tattoos of your granddad?
no.
Why not?
I've just got silly tattoos.
What does that
Yeah.
you're saying? So
Punk rock.
nice.
Yeah, it should say Ken forever.
Yeah.
Ken Rock.
Or just Ken.
Yeah, Ken with loads of N's. That'd be so good. Yeah, Ken with 6 N's. That took me ages to count my fingers. Ken.
Yeah.
Do you know the jungle DJ Kenny Ken?
I don't know. Is it my granddad?
No, but he's got a brilliant intro.
Is it his alter ego?
It says Kenny Ken about 100 times in different ways.
Kilkenny.
Yeah, brilliant. Adele. That's really heartwarming, wasn't it?
Do you know what? No, that is really especially when you said a bit about the end. It's made me really think about the special bond that you have with him, and and how you can put it down and record it, and I think that's pretty special. And yeah, I think you're going to be really proud, like in years to come.
Yeah.
And that, and like you said, you'll probably do this with your grandkids and like grand niece and nephews and whatever's going forward. So be a family tradition, surely.
Oh yeah, pass on the torch. That white guitar. You've got to present it.
It's long gone.
Is it really?
Yeah, well, I think it was broken when he gave it to me.
It's just it's got a little bit of junk. Here you go.
Yeah.
If you can
That's why
fix
he got
it.
a new one.
Yeah, exactly. That would be so great. I mean, that's amazing. So you've passed that on already with the ukulele.
Yes, and my eldest niece, Sophia, I've got her, it's my granddad's hand-me-down again, but I didn't need any. I've got loads of guitars, so I gave it to her. So
And
they both
and
have
just
guitars.
think, one day you're going to be 77 and they're going to be rocking out with you.
Yeah.
And you're going to be the one that gets to pull the strings. They're going to be like, do you know what? Neil looks like an Italian mafia boss. And he really,
No one's going to be saying that about me.
and he really knows what he wants from a mix.
No.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it'll be. My sister says that all the time. She'd say to my nieces, like, keep picking that guitar up, and that'll be you on the next one.
Yeah. You should I mean, that'd be amazing. 3 generations.
Yeah,
Do it.
awesome.
What happened to the middle generation?
It's actually why I wanted to learn to play the bass. My mum's deaf, so in my mind, I thought if I learned to play the bass, maybe
The vibrations.
Yeah, maybe she would hear it. So
Yeah.
my mum,
That's so nice.
She's profoundly deaf.
She's got like a small percentage in one ear. She could sort of hear a familiar voice whilst lip reading. But yeah, so I did think like, I'll see if I learn the bass and maybe my mum will hear it. And then I actually just gravitated to do it quite well. And
Brilliant.
I really enjoy playing the bass.
And can she hear it? But she can feel it.
No,
She can feel it though, right? Because they used to have drum and bass raves for deaf people in Fabric with a vibrating floor and stuff.
Yeah, I think if some of the covers she knew already, she can hear that because she knows the original. But yeah, not very well.
I remember, but you got to put on a good visual show. Then you got to like shred the guitars and spin them around.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff
why
like
I
that.
keep saying like to my granddad, we've got to get out there, and I'm trying to get him to let me do a music video. But
Yeah, man, you should just do like a daytime thing at like Radio City or something like that, just like real low key, or go to open mic night and just do one song.
I think I'll just have to do it by myself. But we did record. Us
You always put Ken behind the curtain.
Yeah, I figured
If he's shy.
I figured if he saw me there doing it and I just butchered it, he'd be like, "Okay, I'll come and do the next
Yeah, I'll
one."
take over.
Yeah.
Right, son. Right, let's go. You get down there.
But yeah, we recorded stuff, us playing in Card Trick, so I'm gonna hopefully doctor that. To
They've
make
got the
that
camera
music
set up
video.
now, right? So
I'd choose my phone.
you could just trick him anyway. You could just be like, "Okay, Ken, let's do it," and then it's got like the 4 camera set up.
Yeah,
The green screen.
yeah,
Put the whole Guitar Hero background on.
yeah. No, I think we are going to do one eventually.
Awesome. And where can we hear your music?
On all streaming platforms.
And what's your Instagram?
It's Grandson Father, but if you just search for Ken and Neil McDonnell, you'll find us.
Grandson Father. It's at Grandson Father.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good. Thank you very much. What a great guest.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you
me.
so much. Yeah.
Fascinating story. Of course, you can go on our Instagram as well, which is at r.u.creative.podcast. And you can send questions. Like, I had a question from Lloyd Rose, but actually it was for Sangeeta. So sorry, Adele.
I can try and
You could
answer
try,
it.
Bees. I can ask Sangeeta next week. And thank you to Adam, Lorca Media. Very good studio again. Thank you,
mate.
Adam.
Thank you.
He is real. He does talk. Thank you, Adam. I've had a great time here, boys. Thanks for coming in. Oh, that's all right, mate.
Am I going to do my off mic shouting at him? Like, Ad, why are you not talking to me? This is really embarrassing. Talk to me. No, he doesn't want to talk to me.
Yes, I keep looking at me funny. Oh, it's all right, Adam. Yeah, we'll calm him down later on.
Oh, that's so good.
I don't know what do we do at the end of the podcast.
You don't have to.
We
end
say
it.
just
You
just
sing
generally
the
say thank you.
Teenage Mutant
Oh
Heroes
yeah, can you sing us a little song out? Can you do some bass?
No.
Teenage Mutant.
There you go, done.
No, come on,
That's
come
it.
on, you do it. You do it.
No,
Can you
I
just sing?
can't top that.
Can you just sing goodbye in really good bass?
Goodbye. That was awful.
Do it again. Yeah, do it again.
Goodbye. No, I
No,
can't do
do
it.
it one more time. Give it one more time.
No.
Ken. Oh yeah, Ken. Yeah, no, you totally cocked it up. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, this is why we don't play live shows.
Yeah.
Ken. Yeah. What you want to come and overdub it? Yeah. All right. Ken's going to come and overdub it.
Thank God for that.
Goodbye. Thank you, Ken. Bye.